It has been reported in the press that Europe is currently home to one of the most prominent figures in the cryptocurrency field. With the help of MiCA legislation, the European Union has already begun the process of establishing the circumstances necessary for the widespread usage of crypto assets. At this very moment, Christine Lagarde, the president of the European Central Bank, has been providing the world with fresh facts and developments concerning XRP. This has resulted in an increase in the number of people adopting crypto assets, particularly XRP, many millions of dollars. The fact that banks are now acquiring financial technology that is compatible with Ripple's technology means that things are only going to get faster from this point forward at this point. Our initial observation is that Smoke's post demonstrates that European banks are now providing regulated cryptocurrency trading services to regular people like you and me. This is the first thing that we can notice. The speed with which things are progressing is demonstrated by this piece of groundbreaking news. The fact that Ripple and XRP are participating in some capacity is the most exciting aspect. To the extent that this shift in momentum is occurring at this very time, these significant pieces of information from DZ Bank were just released a few hours ago. Regular individuals, including as you and me, will be able to trade cryptocurrencies and store them under licensed fiduciary custody thanks to DZ Bank's decision to allow 700 banks to do so. This is a significant step toward the widespread adoption of cryptocurrency. This is a reference to novice investors. Currently, we have the opportunity to have our cryptocurrency investments managed by licensed institutions that are both responsible and safe. In order to safeguard and maintain the integrity of their digital assets, these establishments are required by law to implement sophisticated security measures. Everything is going to start right now in the year 2024. At this moment, everything is starting. Let's put it another way. This is the widespread adoption of cryptocurrency. Things are coming to light and picking up speed right in front of our eyes, and we can see that the European Union is in the forefront of setting the pace. The question that you pose is how this is connected to Ripple and DexRP in any way. DZ Bank, the institution that is responsible for making these significant announcements, is already working with Ripple and DexRP. Ripple is also a member of the Digital Euro Association, which is an additional thing to mention. It is important to note that this is the resumption of work. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology are already being utilized by a significant number of individuals, despite the fact that institutions have been discussing it and that I also discussed it in my most recent video. Ripple is a significant contributor to all of these significant shifts, whether it be through their relationships or as the main character. This is something that should not be overlooked. We are beginning to observe a quickening of these processes, which will ultimately result in an increase in the amount of cryptocurrency that is bought and exchanged. This is because to the fact that Christine Lagarde, the president of the European Central Bank, stated in this interview earlier today that financial institutions are increasing their purchases of fintech. In light of the fact that this is really powerful, pay close attention. A digital revolution that is very similar to the technological boom that occurred in the 1920s is currently taking place, the same as before. At that time, significant advancements were made in the fields of mass manufacturing, automobiles, and electricity. At a rate that has never been seen previously in our historical period, the development of digital technologies is accelerating. For instance, the rapid development of artificial intelligence is projected to bring about radical transformations in a variety of industries, including the banking industry. Already the technology that is employed and deployed in business is having a significant impact on there. Fintech was the year 2022. Generated approximately 5% of the total income made by banks, which is approximately $150 to $200 billion in the United States. This stake will increase in value by more than $400 billion by the year 2028, with a growth rate of 15% per year that will be achieved. What are the inner workings of banks? To put it simply, they are not even seeded. In order to improve its lending operations, they are purchasing fintech companies and utilizing the technology that they possess. Through a shift in the way money is handled and the promotion of competition, fintech has the potential to significantly enhance the impact that decisions on monetary policy have on the economy. This may have an effect on interest rates, the pricing of assets, the conditions of credit, and eventually growth and inflation. Will assist cryptocurrency in reaching new heights, particularly XRP, but when it comes to the regulations that govern the use of cryptocurrencies, the rest of the globe isn't too far behind Europe. The United States of America appears to be making one more effort to catch up, which is a very significant fact to be aware of and is a major piece of news. This is the kind of study you need to do in order to better understand this market, navigate it, and ideally earn some money in it. We will talk more about this in a moment, but for now, this is the kind of study you need. Because of this, I decided to create a Discord server that anyone may join without cost. There are between 330 and 340 of us at work toward. If you are interested in joining our family, please feel free to leave a remark below the link to the family page. We are financially independent and increasing on a daily basis. We are going to write something about it down below. In any case, this article for Bitcoin Magazine includes a video of Senator Loomis's general counsel stating that the Securities and Exchange Commission SE actually granted BNY Mellon, one of the largest banks in the United States, several rights to proceed with Bitcoin and crypto custody. It may be deduced from this that BNY Mellon was granted limited powers to retain cryptocurrency and just cryptocurrency. Pay close attention to this. rooms. You ought to be aware that the House of Representatives voted in favor of FIT 21 with 71 Democrats voting in support of it. You should also be aware that in May, we were able to eliminate Senate Bill 121 by obtaining the required 60 votes in the Senate. Obtaining such a large number of votes is comparable to conquering Mount Everest for a measure. To the contrary, I am of the opinion that there is a significant amount of interest from both parties in both chambers. It is the intention of Bank of New York Mellon to increase its involvement in the cryptocurrency custody industry. In my report, I failed to include this particular aspect, which could potentially have an impact on the SPDI at some point. The CC appears to have granted them some form of departure from SAV 121 in order for them to proceed with their business, as they experienced some difficulties with staff accounts for both 121. The Federal Reserve is also involved because it is in charge of the bank holding company that is owned by Bank of New York Mellon. According to the laws and regulations that are in place at the time, they would have been required to state that they did not object to the Bank of New York Mellon embarking on the business of holding digital assets. Then, should I also ask whether that makes sense? Is it likely that they will go through the process of obtaining a BIT license from the state of New York, or are they considering alternative possibilities? Baked apple from New York in the oven. In that case, it is highly likely that they will assert that the BIT license had already been utilized. The United States of America is in for incredible news. To tell you the truth, I was taken aback when I heard it because it goes against everything that Gary Gensler and his cohorts who are opposed to cryptocurrency stand for. In any case, this is very much evidence that this has been nothing more than a facade the whole time. In a manner that is utterly dishonest of him, he has allowed BNY Mellon and the Wall Street boys to engage in activities that they ought not to be doing while restricting everyone else. In recent times, the Securities and Exchange Commission has been making fun of itself in front of Congress due to the fact that they are opposed to cryptocurrency and employ a Maine Dobb law in order to deceive individuals. The legal system in place, the status in question sounds even more peculiar than it actually is, but that is the gist of the narrative. The SEC admitted and in essence expressed regret for the fact that they had fabricated a statute in order to circumvent the law and that they had lied to the court once more. As a result, here are some fresh information regarding the matter. There are around 60 to 70 days left until the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC is required to file an appeal against the decision that Ripple should pay a fine of $125 million. However, now that this new development has taken place and the SEC has issued an apology, all 5 commissioners along with Ganny Gazette will be given the opportunity to speak the following week. It has just come to light that they will not be challenging this ruling since Ripple is going to sign a settlement agreement. It would be a significant achievement if this were to occur, since it would make XRP the only asset in the United States that has a clear legal and regulatory standing. The fact that Robinhood relisted XRP, which was a significant development, has simply served to add fuel to the fire of the rumors. Moreover, Grayskull has introduced an XRP trust, which is the first of its kind in the United States and is performing quite well, as can be seen here. XRP, according to Grayskull's weekly ranking of the top 10 crypto assets, is currently in first place. By the results of 1 week, moreover, the net asset value NAV of the XRP trust has increased by 11.44% since it was first established, which indicates that institutions are becoming increasingly interested in XRP. Also, a significant amount of XRP worth millions and millions and millions of dollars has been purchased off the market in recent times.